let's start on practice 2. Practice 2 is going to be the other half of practice 1. So if you have not done practice 1 yet, go ahead and head back to the other video and do that. For practice 1, we set up our dummy character to take one step in our walk cycle. So we currently have 9 frames. Now we know that there are 4 poses in a walk cycle: contact, down, passing position, and up. And we know that we have 2 legs. So in order to do a full walk cycle, we're going to need a contact, down, passing position, up, and then another contact, down, passing position, up, which means we're going to end up with 8 total keyframes. And right now we have 5. So we are going to need 3 more. We go contact, down, passing position, up, contact, and we're going to need a down passing position, up. So just like we did in the first part of the practice, we're going to save ourselves a load of time, and we are going to copy existing frames. We are going to copy existing frames to save ourselves some trouble. So let's go back and figure out which frame we need to copy. So we have the contact position where the red leg is leading and the blue leg is following, trailing, which means that our next position is going to be the down position. So let's select our dummy, open up that folder, select all of these, right click, copy frames, and then we're working on 2s, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, paste frames. Okay, so before I fix this guy so that the spacing is correct, I need to swap these legs. So I know that on frame 9, my red leg was leading, which means that on frame 11, my red leg should still be leading. So we need to swap the positions of the red and blue legs, and then fix any bits that don't look right. When you're stepping down and you're putting all of that weight and pressure on your down leg, your hip is going to be higher, so you can raise that whole leg up a little bit. And the trailing leg is going to drop lower. Okay, so now we've repositioned the legs. We can grab our whole guy, and this time we're going to be matching up the red foot. So let's extend our arrow layer to 12. We'll just insert frame. And on frame 11, we'll unlock layer 1 so we can grab this guy. And we're just going to move it over here, so we know exactly where that is. Okay, so that's our new arrow position. And if we watch it so far, you can see that the arrow position moves to point at the foot that we are going to be continuing to align with. This is just an easy way to keep up with which foot is the one that you're lining things up with. Okay, so we now have our contact and our down, and now we need our passing position. So let's head back to frame 5, copy all of those frames. You don't need to include the arrow frame if you do not feel like it. It's not a requirement. Copy frames, and again we've got 7, 9, 11, which will put our pasted frames. We gotta select all of them at 13. Okay. So again, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna swap out these legs. It can get a little tricky to grab that behind leg. Just move the other one out of the way. We know where it goes. We've got a general idea of how legs work and where they go on the body. Line that up, bring that in, put that on the ground. There we go. So this time for the passing position, it's going to be the blue leg passing, which means that it's going to be passing in front. Okay, we grab the sky, and oh, you know, my arrow layer isn't long enough. Let's just bring it out to, let's bring it out to 20. Insert frame. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. So we're going to move this guy and line that up with that foot. Just not quite on the ground, but you know, close enough. Okay. Now we only have one more position that we need to copy, and that's going to be our up. So our up position is on frame 7. So we're going to duplicate frame 7, copy, frames, frame 15, paste frames, and we're going to swap those legs. Don't worry about that. Control Z, which is undo, is as always your best friend in Adobe programs, or really any program. Unless you're on a Mac, then it's Command Z is your best friend. No judgment. All right. Again, we're going to line up that red toe with that red toe. And that is our 8th keyframe. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. We now have contact, down, passing, up, contact, down, passing, and up. If we add in just one more frame here, just a regular frame, insert frame, we now have 16 frames, which is our full walk cycle on 2s. So if I turn on looping so that we're just seeing frames 1 through 16, we got our character taking 2 steps, one with the blue foot and one with the red foot. So that is a walk cycle. That is basically the whole thing. For this particular assignment, I have asked you to produce a walk cycle that does 4 steps, which means we need to duplicate all of these. And thankfully, that's really easy to do. We're just going to take every single one of these frames. We are going to copy frames. We are going to go to frame 17, select all of those, and we are going to paste frames. Now, you might be thinking, and you'd be right, that this walk cycle, while it is correct, repeats itself because the copied frames are in the same position as the other frames. And that is a bit of a problem because what we want is we want this frame and we want this frame to match up. Thankfully, we have a neat little tool that will allow us to move all of these frames over at one time. We've used this once before, but it has been a while. But we are going to use edit multiple keyframes, which is not on my taskbar. One moment. Okay, I have changed my workspace to Classic, which is what Adobe 2020 looked like. And now I can see my edit multiple keyframes function, edit multiple frames function. So let's get back to it. We are going to select edit multiple frames, which gives us a span just like onion skinning does. And we want our span to start at frame 17 and go to frame 32. This is going to let us edit all of the frames on all of the layers at one time, which means I can select all of these guys and I can move them over so that, again, toe to toe, like so. Turn edit multiple frames off. 1, 2, oops, sorry, loop all the way to 32. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last thing we're going to do, because we started in the middle, he just kind of walks off the edge. We're going to use the edit multiple frames function again. We're going to select all of the frames. So grab our span bar and bring it from 1 to 32. We're going to select every single one of these. Click show all so I can see all of them. And we're just going to scooch them so that they are right about there. So we have it start partway off the frame and end partway off the frame, like so. Unselect edit multiple frames, and let's see how she looks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's it. That is the finished product of practice number 2. We just have our guy taking 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and our loop is seamless. It just keeps going. And that's it. Stick around for practice number 3.